So today's exploration is a good example of how you can check in with yourself and stay connected in your awareness in just a few minutes. It's 6 minutes long, and I'm just really checking out my whole body and awareness. And a couple of days ago, I did some work on releasing my first cervical vertebra. So here I'm just checking out the movements, the freedom, the restrictions in the neck, especially C1 at the top there. And then moving down the neck and down the spine. And you can see I check out the three different planes of motion. There's sine bending here, which would tend to relate more to mental related things, mental related barriers. Also mixing in a little bit of rotation there, which relates to emotional body freedom or restrictions. And then a little later you'll see me doing flexion extension, which would tend to relate to survival related stuff. And one really important thing here, I'm not stretching. So it's not like traditional yoga as it's done in the US, where the goal is, stretching or something like that. It really is keeping it within the limits that are really about just feeling the mobility in all the joints of the vertebra, feeling the movement, feeling where there's restriction. So it's very much about awareness and exploration rather than stretching. And here's more more rotation, moving down to explore emotional body, all the way down the spine, all the way down to the base of the spine and the top of the sacrum. And flexion extension, checking out anything that might be survival related with what's going on. And if I find things, I'm really not doing anything with them. I'm kind of making a mental note of stuff I might want to work on another day. But today I've been doing a lot the last few days and traveling and not had much sleep, and I'm really just checking in and staying connected with myself. I have a ton of work to do later on today, so that's really my focus. Places I'm aware of, I want to do stuff later on another day. Lower down in my neck, there's some stuff I want to work on. And there's definitely some things around my shoulders and clavicles, the collarbones, and the vertebra right around my heart. Definitely want to do some work and opening there over the next few days. But first want to integrate what I've done in the last 2 weeks. And then when I'm ready for some more deeper work, I'll get into those areas. And here getting into, stretching a little bit, but again, mostly for awareness, seeing how my legs are doing with the work I've done on opening up my left knee and my left hip over the last few days. I'm kind of coming out of the more introspective movements I did earlier, and this is getting into more large body, large muscle movements. So it's kind of moving into more stretching like work. Given how I feel, I'll probably do some yoga, like a full yoga sequence later on today. Here I'm checking out this really puts some pressure on the vertebra at the back of the heart, and I know I want to do some work there later in a few days from now, so I was just checking that out. And now again, just checking my hip joints, which I did a lot of work on yesterday and probably will do some more work on in a few days from now, just to see how those are coming on along. The right one's basically been fine. And the left one I was exploring yesterday. And that's really feeling surprisingly good today. So although yesterday's work was fairly subtle and light, it seems to have done a good job of opening up the hip joint now. And now kind of just getting ready for my day. Reviewing very briefly everything I'd explored earlier, the neck, all the different planes of motion, side bending, rotation, flexion, extension through the neck. And then down, shoulders, spine, moving down the spine. Just a quick review of everything. And I will say, after I'd done this, I was quite anxious, thinking about a lot of things I had to do today. But after I'd done this and just settled in for a few minutes, when I sat down for work, I felt really grounded, just ready for a relaxed and productive day of work ahead of me. So that's it for today.